Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from the Lombard, Philippines. We have a special broadcast today. This broadcast is regarding the soul of America. This is the latest speech from the President of the United States, Biden. Again, we're talking about President Biden's speech, continued battle for the soul of America. Okay, that's our topic for the day. For those of you that don't know, I just produced a live broadcast stream of the president's speech on a different broadcast. For those of you that are around the world that could not see the speech live, I brought it to you live via internet, and that's what we do for you. Okay, so real quick, we're going to discuss a few things about the speech, and then we're going to ride the train if there's anybody here to ride it, because we're coming to you at different times, but we're bringing it. This is real stuff. This is real life. We don't play games here on the Life in the Philippines train with BobbieD and Lift train. We don't play around. We get straight to the matter. Okay. So I'm gonna talk to you about for a few minutes. I don't have a particular focus, but you know our focus topic today: the soul of America, President Biden's speech. That's what we're gonna talk about. Okay. So when you talk about America, ladies and gentlemen, in Biden's speech, he emphasized the fact that we are in a battle. So what is a battle? It is a struggle. Battle, struggle, when people clash. We have two major differences in ideology, in philosophy, in how this nation should be ran. One is a right-wing philosophy, ideology. The other, some consider to be a left wing. There are others that consider to be a middle of the range wing. But either way, there is a friction, there is a struggle for the leadership and the direction in which this nation, the United States of America, should go. For those of you that are American citizens, you recall that on January 6th, there was an insurrection in the capital of the United States. That insurrection, based on the January 6th hearings, has been shown to be perpetrated by the former, or at least initiated or approved by the former president of the United States and many of his cronies. Okay, I mean, I'm not just talking out my yin yang. That's a fact. We've had several congressional hearings, and all of those congressional hearings thus far has pointed to the former president as the one that initiated or encouraged the insurrection. Okay, it was a violent insurrection. Many people were hurt and injured. Some people lost their lives. Okay, and now, as a result of that insurrection, many people are getting time for it. Okay, yeah, people are finally beginning to get the people that were done there and broken the White House and give them time behind bars, which is a good thing. Okay, so that's one point. That has never, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me good. That has never ever happened in the city, in the country of the United States. This is the second insurrection that happened, and it's been hundreds and hundreds of years before. Okay, so we are at a pivotal point in the life of our democracy, whether you realize it or not. This is not normal for a United States president to come on national primetime TV and let you know we're in a battle. Is it not armed battle? But it could turn out to be that if we're not diligent, if we're not vigilant, if we just let them overtake us, huh? If we let them overtake us, then we're complicit in the crime. We're allowing people with crazy ideology to take over the country. If you look at the fact that in almost every state in the United States right now, elections are being held, and people that have this MAGA ideology are being elected. Yeah, and if you get a MAGA ideology person in office, you're gonna have hell on your hands, because they have no remorse. It's not about the people; it's about what they want to do, and they adhere to the principles of the former president. What is his principles? Destroy, do what I want. I'm the boss, I'm the king. That's the principles, what they do. and then they all try to put a Christian element around it, like there's something Christian about killing people. There's something Christian about letting people die. There's something Christian about letting people suffer. There's something Christian about letting the white folks rule over everybody. What's Christian about that? But that's how they frame it. And a lot of people have been suckered into that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a pivotal juncture in our nation. And I am so thankful that President Biden is not pussyfooting around anymore. Yeah, you heard me. I said pussyfooting. That's a lie. That's a legal word on the air. Pussyfooting. He's not pussyfooting around. He's taking the gauntlets, putting gloves on. So come on. You want some of this? You want to take this over? Come on. And I believe that's the way he should do it. Fight. If you don't fight, you will lose. And you will lose embarrassingly. Okay. The midterms are coming up. The Democrats were at the first part of the year were predicted to lose the midterm elections in the Senate and in the House of Representatives, that they would take it over and restore the majority to the Republicans. But now, ladies and gentlemen, tides have turned. The Democrats are coming back. You know why they're coming back? Because they're taking the gun, putting the gloves on, and they're fighting back. You cannot sit there and say, well, we're gonna be friends with the no more friendship. You can't be friends with your enemy. Your enemy want to take you out. And you supposed to be friends with him? No. It's time to put your guards up. So you want some of this? You got to take it by force if you want to get it. And that's what the Democrats are now doing. Thank you. We have a president that recognizes that. Some people are saying, well, Biden was supposed to be the great unifier. He was supposed to unite everybody. He tried. You remember in the first part of his presidency, he tried. He reached out to the Republicans, let us meet, let us talk, let us get together. They refused. They refused. So he tried to reach out. There's no more reaching out no more. Okay, we got to fight, not physically. Now I don't mean don't get me wrong, people. I don't mean you go out there and get your arm, blah, blah, blah. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. If you think that's what I'm talking about, you got the wrong mentality. Get that out your mind. We don't fight like that. We fight by the laws of the land in which we live. The rule of law abides in America. That is the problem with the other side. They do not go along with the rule of law. Therefore, their idea of America is an America of lawlessness. We don't function that way. We're going to win this battle legally in the political realm. We're going to vote in the people that stand for America. We're not voting people in that stand for MAGA. Nah, we're not doing that. Because MAGA is nothing but make America great again, make America bad again, make America prejudice again, make America the king of the slaveholder countries again. That's all that's about. Everybody know that. Okay, so if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Because I'm telling you right now, leave that MAGA stuff alone. It's not good for nothing but putting people down. Okay, it is philosophy that will not unite people, but will divide this people. We have been a divided nation for over 5 years now, and we're struggling to get our unity back, to get our sense of dignity back, to get our soul revived. This is a call from the President of the United States for revival of our ideology, for revival of our democracy, for revival of our soul. And so I heed the call. I heard it, I heed it. And I suggest that you logical thinking Americans, and I'm not talking, and don't get me wrong now, I'm not against the people that are called themselves MAG. I'm not against them. I'm against their thinking. They're thinking wrong. They have the wrong ideas. And it's going to lead this country astray. So we need a person in office that can lead us back to the right track, mentally, emotionally, physically, ideologically. Joe Biden and his administration, they sort of, when he began his term, he fumbled a lot of stuff. I'm not going to hide it. He fumbled. Yeah, that man right back there. Is that man right there? Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe Biden. Old man, some of y'all call him old man Biden. He fumbled. He stumbled at the first part of his presidency. Afghanistan, remember what happened in Afghanistan? Lives were lost because of his indecision and his indecisiveness and his bad decisions. It's okay, man. That's happens in most presidencies, but because he's old, man, y'all think he can't think. Well, he made a mistake, but he's admitted to it, and we're going forward. If you recall, during the presidency of the former president, many Americans' lives were lost, but they don't think about that. Yeah, look at the stuff he did. Okay, so I'm telling you, man, I recognize what he did at the first part of his presidency, but he's making up for it. He's moving forward, and he's moving his country in the right direction now. He's won several important legislations recently, and that's how you take this country back. Okay, you go through the political channels, you go through the political arena, and you enact legislation to move the country forward and not backwards. Okay, because this former president put in Supreme Court justices that think MAGA ideology, we are now have a situation where Roe versus Wade has been overturned. He kicked it out the water. And that's one of the reasons why we will win in the midterms coming up. Democrats will win. And because the Democrats are pointing out the mindless laws that the Supreme Court made. And they're pointing out the fact that the Supreme Court was stuffed by Republican thinking, MAGA thinking Supreme Court justice. Okay. So we're going to get that overturned. That's one of the agendas that Biden has. And I'm agreeing with that. And there's many more things that's coming up on his agenda, and I'm with him. We have to fight to retake the soul of America, okay? And we fight not with physical arms, not with weapons. We fight with laws. We fight with the right people being elected in the office. As Biden said tonight, vote, vote, vote. We must vote. That's how we fight, by putting our ballots in the ballot box and voting the right people in that will do the right thing to win the soul and reclaim the soul of America. We are in a revival. Y'all been in a revival in church? Everybody got to come out to attend. Okay, and what the preacher does in church, they talk about the basics of how it is to be a Christian, the basics of why you became a Christian, how you got saved, all of that stuff. That's what he talked about tonight. Going back to the principles of democracy and recognizing that we're straying away from it with a MAGA ideology. That is not, the MAGA ideology is foreign to us as Americans, to us as a people, a democratic nation. Okay, it's leading us in the wrong direction. That's all I had to say tonight. Gave you, this is a secondary broadcast, a reaction to the speech. That's how I feel about it. We'll ride the train a little bit, find out your feelings, your take, your thoughts, and then we out. Okay, that's all I got for you, man. I'm not gonna be you're gonna find that when we ride the train from now on, I'm gonna be straight to the point. All the yin yang and background stuff I was talking about, like I would start off the show telling them, we had no, that's over with. I'm done with that. You saw our opening, I'm gonna show you our opening, just to show you what I'm doing. I'm streamlining it. Watch this. That's our opening from now on. I'm getting straight to the point, and we're going to discuss the issue at hand. Okay, we're gonna ride train right down with BobbieD and DC, one nation of the groove of love. We'll find out who's the first man up. When I say 2-2, you say all aboard, 2-2, all aboard, 2-2. When I say all aboard, you say 2-2, all aboard, 2-2. Let's go. Who's the first man up in this train today? We got to know. Inquiring minds want to know who that is. That they gonna beat them. Say, I need to know. Can somebody tell me who that is, please? I hit the wrong button, y'all. Sorry about that. We got Howard Cooper. What's up, Coop? You good? So gotta say. Cooper is a former military man. He's in the state of Honolulu, Hawaii. And Coop, I don't know if you saw the speech tonight, but this is a historical day for the Life in the Philippines Love Train Nation. I delivered a live broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, live. Okay. I delivered a live stream broadcast, and I brought the speech directly to your viewing. And that was because a lot of people here in the Philippines, they don't have TV. They can't get it, but they have an internet connection. So I brought it. Okay. So that's what I did. Cool. You're the first man up on the train today. So good to see you. So good to see you. This is the first historical day, and I'll be bringing future live broadcasts that I can. There's some I could bring this one because it allowed me to do it. There's others that I cannot bring. But this one, fortunately, I was able to bring legally and not illegally. Okay. But yeah, they couldn't take me down for this. Okay. Because this is a national speeches I found out that I can bring live. I don't have to wait until it's over with and then go back and talk about it. I can bring it to you live, and right after the speech, we can discuss it. Okay. So that's what I did tonight. Coop, so good to see you, man. I need your input, ladies and gentlemen. I need your, what do you think about the speech tonight? And it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. I don't care. What are your feelings about the speech? What is your understanding of where we are right now in America? Are we leaning to the right? Are we leaning to the left? Do we have a good leader? Are we in a leaderless society? Where are we going? What's in your mind as an American? You see the prices going up. You see gas prices going up. Now they're coming down now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you think. Tell me how you're living so that I can know what the pulse is in this country. That's what we want to know, where we are right now, and what are the reasons we should be changing. Should we be changing? Are we going in the right direction? Those are the kind of things I need to know. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for showing up today, crew. Ryan Train, first man up. Y'all give me the prop. Ryan Train, BobbieD, C, One Nation, Under Group of Love. Who we got? I gotta get back up here. All right, we got Ryan Train, BobbieD, C. We got Howard Cooper. He said, aloha, big first. Yeah, you first man up, man. You did that thing right that long time. Y'all see how I changed my screen out real quick? Yeah, baby. I got it going on now. Hey, that's what we do for you, okay? I change my screen. I might change it back to something else. I got a lot of different backgrounds I can use. See, I don't be playing. When you don't see me on the air, guess what? I'm in the background. It's like this picture. You remember this picture about this duck that was on the water, right? He was just looking a little serene and peaceful on the top of the water, right? But when you take the camera under the water, what you see? That duck feel like paddling, trying to stay afloat. That's how you do. That's how I do in the background. Everything looks calm and sweet right now, right? But y'all didn't see in the background all the work I did. All the work I did to get it this way. Hey, it takes work. And I don't mind work. I don't mind working, baby. I'm not a lazy man. I'm a hard working man. Ain't no lazy people in my family. Now, when I was a kid, man, you think I could lay in the bed on Saturday morning? Nah, 6 o'clock in the morning, mom was like, get up out that bed, boy. I said, Mom, get up in the bed. I had to get up and go to work, clean up. It was clean up there. Clean the house, cut the grass, everything, man. But yeah, so good to see you, Coop. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation, Group of Love. Who we got? Terry Fleming. What's up, Terry? How you doing, my brother? So good to see you. Thank you so much for the donation to the nation. You said 2, 2. Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Can you please hit the like button, man? Come on, man. We ain't got the whole lot. Can you hit the like button, man? Don't take but a second. Thank you so much. Hey, we got a new damn Terry Fleming. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation, Group, One Love. I need a dancer. I need a dancer. Come on now. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I don't need no MAGA dancer. I need a dancer that's real, like steel. Who we got in this place today that's real like steel? Let's go.
The hardest working man in the business. I feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house.
much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Let's ride this train today. We ain't playing. We real like steel. Let's go. Who we got? Murphy, hey, what's up, Gunny in the house? Gunny in the house. Woo, Gunny in the house. Gunny in the house. Woo, Gunny man in the house. What's up, Gunny? Goldfinger. What's up, Goldfinger? You good, man? He did hello again. Hey, this is Murphy Hayes' second time on the train. He attended I told you I did a live broadcast of the president's speech right on the airwaves, and Murphy attended. Okay, he attended, and so that's why he's saying hello again. Thank you so much, Murphy, for attending the first time. And you know what they say, right? It's better the second time around. And I know you could agree with that. Let's go ride train about NBC One Nation. Who we got? Oh, guess what, Murphy? I forgot to. Oh, Terry Flynn. You know what, man? I forgot. You never forget, Terry. You know what, man? Thank you so much for the donation, man. You one of the best guys on the train. But guess what? You hit the 2 spot, man. Why you had to hit that 2 spot? Number 2, Judge won't do. Who we got? Rod Chain. Murphy Hayes said hello again. Yeah, good to see Murphy. Rod Chain, who we got? Murphy Hayes said there's a lot of churches was on board with Trump's short reign, and I was hoping that they were hoping that he would make a comeback. Yeah. There's a lot of religious people, and I say religious people. I didn't say Christians, right? Because religious people are not necessarily Christians. They're so-called Christians. A Christian is one who follows the principles of the Bible verbatim, literally, okay? A religious person is one who picks and chooses the scriptures and principles that they want to follow from the Bible, okay? And they do that for the purposes of putting down others and lifting themselves up. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, slavery was approved in America for years. They used Christianity to make people believe that you're supposed to be the slave and I'm supposed to be over you. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Okay? So when I say religious people, that they're not necessarily Christian. So many religious people have used the president as a form of taking back over slavery and getting things back the way it used to be, bringing back the Jim Crow era, all of those things, and it's wrong. Okay, WRONG is wrong, man, and you can't make that right. You can't bring me back to the days my grandfather and my father were living. I'm not going to do it. They were living. They had a hard time, and they toughed it out so that I could have a better life. And if I give my freedom to go back to what they was living, I'll be disrespecting their memory, disrespecting all their hard work, their blood, sweat, and tears. And you would too. Think about how hard your mother and father and your grandfather and your great, how hard they had it. And with this MAGA mentality, the MAGA philosophy, we're going back to that. You don't believe me? Keep on letting these MAGA people get in office, see what's going to happen. Slavery was legal. Did you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to say it again because some of y'all ain't got it. Y'all just don't get it. Slavery was legal. Mm-hmm. It was legal when they raped your mothers and grandmothers. It was legal. Mm-hmm. It was legal when they took your great granddaddy, tied him to a tree and beat him like a dog. It was legal. Mm-hmm. It was legal when they made black men and fight each other to see who was the strongest and all that. It was legal because slavery was legal. And people that were elected in office wrote the laws that allowed that type of brutal behavior to another human being. We were thought of as less than a human being. Okay? And it was legal. All of that was legalized. Can you believe that? I know it's hard, man. But when you know your history, it does not become a mystery. When you know your history, you can unravel what happened in the past. And you do not want to go back to that. Trust me. You don't want to go back. And you say, well, Bob, you just being you're far-fetched. You're just trying to scare people that it's going to go back like that. You're not real. You're not never going to happen. Never going to happen. Yeah, right. Sit there and believe that. And let all these MAGA people come taking over and see what's going to happen. You know what? MAGA people with MAGA ideology are afraid. They're operating in a mentality of fear. Okay. And fear causes you to do some crazy stuff. You know? They're afraid of people like us with this skin color. They're afraid of any minority that's not lily white, that is not Caucasian. You know why? Because they know that we could outweigh them in the politics, where we can vote. We are more people. We're becoming larger, the largest group in the land. Yeah, minorities, Spanish, blacks, Chinese, all of them are outweighing, beginning to, not right now, but we're on the verge of overtaking them as far as population sizes. And when we overtake them, we can then have enough legal voting power to do what? Put those in office that represent us better than they that represent them. Okay. So I'm telling you, man, they're afraid. They're afraid that people in minority are going to take off. So they're going to do what? Make laws that stop people from us like moving up. That's why all the voting laws have, and in this nation, most states have enacted voting laws that are suppressive, that are suppressing minorities going to vote. Okay, like that's the old Jim Crow days, going back. Jim Crow 2.0, it's coming back. We got to fight. And I'm not talking about let's get your arms and pow, pow now. Now, we're not going to go that January 6th route. We don't need to do that. We have to be more intelligent. We have to use the vote, the power of the vote to fight and to win back the soul of America. Okay? You with me, G? Let's go. Round chain BobbieD, who we got? John, what's up, John? You good, man? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to... He said, Biden finally started listening to Bernie. I don't know what he did, man, but he came out fighting tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, and I believe that he is right on target. He is right. And this is right before the midterms are coming up. People have been predicting the first part of the year, well, you know, the Republicans going to take the House back. They're going to take the Senate back. You know, they're going to be nothing. Them Democrats going to get kicked now. I don't think so. We have a strong chance. Well, let's put it like this. We have a good chance that we possibly could retain the House and the Senate. Okay. And when I say that, it's because of the unforced errors of the Republican Party. Okay. The unforced error. One of the hugest unforced errors the Republican Party has done was overturning Roe versus Wade. Now you say, well, the Republican Party didn't do that. The Supreme Court did that. Yeah. But the Supreme Court is stacked with who? Republicans. Okay. Chosen by your former president. Okay, so that's a Republican thing that they did, and that was an unforced error. That's an error. They shot their own self in the foot. They did not understand how critical that was to the women in this country. When you take the right of a woman to her right to her own body, what she wants to do with her body away from her, women gonna come out fighting. You think they're gonna be pleased and they had that right for over 50 years, and you just gonna strip it away? And half of the world has abortion rights, and we come on, man, who does that? And so women are in an uproar about Roe versus Wade. Okay, and so things are going to change, and time is now. Tomorrow is gone, and Joe Biden is doing it right. He's seizing the moment, and he's starting off the midterms with a fight. Like we got our gloves on now. Y'all ain't gonna take no more ground here, and that's what he should do. Okay, we got to fight, and we got to revive this country. We got to revive the soul of America. Let's go, Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. Anthony Liggins, what's up, bro, brother? How you doing in the city today? He said, "What's up, Love Train?" Trump said he will pardon all January 6th people if he's elected president again. Yes. And that's a lie, because he ain't going to be elected again. Okay. He might run, but he will never get elected again, because people's eyes are open to his mess. Okay. And people see that he ain't about nothing but doing his own thing. He's a liar. He's a cheat. He's a con man. And I don't want no part of it. And I think most Americans are getting to see that. He said, good thing is Trump is going to need a pardon too, because he's going to be in jail. So yeah, and I don't think President Biden is going to be in the mood for pardoning him. I just don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's going to need some help. You know, one of the craziest things this guy could have done, the former president, was retained highly classified and security documents in his possession. Over 24 boxes of documents, classified, top secret, high top secret documents in his possession. And they've been negotiating with the guy for over since January to bring that stuff back. He refused. And he gave him some of them, said, that's all we got, that's all. And then he had lawyers assign and said, we certified that this is all. Then that's why they served the warrant. People in this group said, well, he lied. And people had signed affidavit that he was lying. And that's why they did the search warrant. And so he was lying through his teeth. He wanted to keep those stuff. And then now, even though they got they think they got all, people are now saying he hid more boxes of documents in other locations. Okay. So the question still remains, ladies and gentlemen, why, capital WHY, why would he hold on to classified documents? You know, and let's just delve into that. Why? If you're a former president, for what reason would you have to hold on to? Your job is over with. I just mentioned his job, in his mind, his job is not over. He's still the president. So that's why he's holding on to classified documents. And then when you hold on to classified documents, you can have a tendency to do what? Uses as blackmail on other people. You know, well, I got this on you. You need to give me that money. You need to fund my Trump. Crazy stuff, man. You don't know what's went on in his mind for him to do that. Okay, we don't know, but I assume that Marlon Garrett will find out when they take him to court. Now, this could be a long, drawn-out process because you know what he does. They call him the Teflon Don, right? Nothing you're going to do going to stick with me. You know, that's what they call him. So he gets off on a lot of stuff. And you know how he gets off on a lot of stuff, y'all? He gets off on a lot of stuff by delaying. You know, delays tactics, delays all kind of stuff. That's how he gets off on stuff, okay? But this one, it's going to be very hard for the Teflon Don to get off on these charges. Now, if he is convicted of obstruction of justice or holding a document, stealing a document, whatever, he won't get a lot of time. He might get suspended or he might get a big fine, okay, yada, 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 no, whatever. But there's like 6 other trials or legal ongoings against him right now. And the state of Georgia is the next big one. He tried to interfere with the elections of Georgia. Okay, y'all saw it on the news. You heard the recording. Well, I just need them 1,799. That's all I need. I need you to find that. He said that. Y'all heard him. He gonna get some time for that. He may not get time in jail again, but he will get convicted. I believe in my heart that he will be convicted of that, and that he will have to pay a fine, and they may just give him some 30-day fine time or suspended time because of the fact that he is a former president. But that will be he got to be covered by a federal law because this is state law he violated. So he's going to be a felon, and so he won't be able to hold office ever again. Okay, you think I'm happy about that? No, not really happy. I really am sad that a former president was steeped to so low things like that to do. You know, I'm really saddened. You know, but you reap what you sow. You did the deed. You got to do the crime. Let's go. Round train, BobbieD, one nation under rule with love. We got Anthony Liggins. What's up, Anthony? He said Biden gave a good speech. I'm happy to hear that he is aware of the threat of violence the MAGA people bring. I believe Biden will have the appropriate response ready when Trump gives the signal to attack. Yeah, guarantee you, the people in MAGA are preparing for that day when Trump says go. Stand by and stand down. Remember that when he told the Proud Boys, stand by. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get on his truth. He got a little website now. Well, it's not a website. He has a social media site now called Truth. And whatever he's like, whatever he says on that network or those social media sites, is gospel. So he'll give a signal. Let's get them boys, sick them boys, like he did again, like he did before, and people will go. You know, they're preparing now. We have the FBI said that there are several right-wing groups that are preparing now. They have had more threats against the FBI than any other time in the history of the FBI. Okay. People are just targeting FBI because they ran a search warrant on the former president's home. Yeah. So this is some very, very perilous times, troubling times, and you got to be alert. Okay, whether you're a MAGA fan or whether you're not a MAGA fan, if you're a citizen of the United States of America, you better open up your eyes and you better stay alert. Listen to the news, read the newspaper, we get on the internet, whatever you got to do, keep abreast of what's happening, because these things that we're talking about could affect your life. Okay, let's go around train BobbieD, one nation under the group of love. We got Murphy. I agree with that. I got you, man. I got you, man. We gotta revive this country, and the only way to do that is to get rid. Let me see if I got. Okay, I will drop a little bit. We coming back. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, Murphy Hayes, he said, hold on. It was Christianity that preached blacks had no souls, thus causing people to be void of void of consciousness, making slavery acceptable. Yeah, that's what they taught. They preached that we was animals, that because of that, people had the right to treat us and teach us and do to us anything they wanted to. We were just like property, you know. And so I find that hard to fathom as I look back on history. I find it so hard to see how another man can treat another human being in such vile ways, make him a servant. You serve me, you beneath me. But that's what they did, and it was illegal. So I'm trying to press that on you to understand. Some of you don't know your history. Yeah, you think that slavery was a bad thing. Yeah, it might have been a bad thing, but bad things can be legal. Isn't that right? Many bad things in life have been legal, and that's why it was done. Slavery was the law of the land. And don't you think the law of the land could come back again and make it slavery again? If we just sit there and don't think about this, if we just sit here and never vote any Democrats or any right-thinking people in office, and we let all MAGA get in office, what would this country be like right now? I certainly wouldn't be freely. You wouldn't be freely going walking about the street. You would have to have a pass when you get out your house. If you're African American or if you're a minority, you would have to have a pass telling you where you going, when you coming back, who you work for. And then if you was a minority, you wouldn't get paid no more than $2 an hour. You gonna play with you. That's what they do. When you have people in office that think they're more superior than you, that the white superiority is the best thing ever. If you're not white, you're in trouble, right? Minority will catch H, plenty H, if this whole nation were ran by MAGA. They would bring us back to slavery days and even worse. I'm telling you, man, it would be civil. It would be a civil war. It would be a civil war, and it would be a terrible bloody war, because black people are free in their mind right now, and we wouldn't stand for it. So that's what would happen if all MAGA would be left in office. They would bring back slavery and everything, every vile law that has been eradicated from the books, they would bring it back. Because that's where their minds are. They're vile thinking people. Yeah? And so when you understand that, and when you understand your history, you should applaud the speech that was done by Joseph Biden. He recognized the enemy. And the enemy is right in front of your face. You go to work with the enemy every day. MAGA thinking people. They want to put you down. If you're a minority, they want to put you down, and they want the white man up, Caucasian people up, put like that. That's what MAGA people are about. And this ideology, ladies and gentlemen, is not unique to the United States. Don't get me wrong. It's not unique to us. It's happening in Great Britain. It's happening in France. Look at the world news. Read. I read world news every day. You should too. Your life just does not revolve in the United States. It revolves around the world. Things that happen in the world will eventually come to your doorsteps. You don't understand that? Everything is interconnected now. This is no longer a large world. This is a small, small world. Okay, so Africa is happening in Africa. The whites in Africa are being treated badly. because South Africa realized, them people beginning to realize y'all treat us like dirt. Oh, and they doing the same thing, but it's opposite there. Yeah. If you're a white person in South Africa right now, you better be walking on eggshells because you don't know where they're gonna come after you. They're going after the whites there. But in other nations, in France, Great Britain, Germany, especially in Germany, I got a buddy in Germany. He says if you're a black person or you're a minority, you better be careful wherever you go in that country because the superiority attitude of Caucasians there is terrible. Okay, so it's happening all over the world. It's not just unique here, and we have to keep. If you're a minority living in this world, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open and be ready. Be ready. Be ready. Ryan Train by Release One Nation. Hold up. Okay. Anthony Liggins in MAGA in Michigan is buying all the ammo they can store. They are definitely preparing for something. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. I I understand that, and I told you earlier that there's very many far right groups are preparing. What are they preparing for? For the go word from the former president. When I say go word, just like he gave the go word, stand by, stand back, and January 6th, and he called, remember he got on the internet and all these things and said, y'all come on down, January 6th, we're going to have a good time. We're going to take this, we're going to show them something. And that was the go. So they're waiting for that word again. There are many people that are still dedicated to the former President Trump, and they live for him, they breathe for him, and many people worship him. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I am telling you, there are people out there that literally, and I said literally, not figuratively, literally worship former defeated President Trump. Okay, so they're in, and so am I advocating that we get guns and all that? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying be prepared, because your next door neighbor could be a MAGA ideology person, and he could be coming for you. When presidents say go, or whatever former presidents say, they say go, he could be coming for you. You don't know. You do not know. Okay. And now, don't think that MAGA ideology is limited only to Caucasian color. Now, don't do that. If you do that, you're gonna be sorry. Because if your neighbor next door is black and you're black and your neighbor next door has a MAGA mentality, when former presidents say go, he gonna go for you. Okay. So it's not about the color, ladies and gentlemen. It is about the ideology, the thinking, the mentality, the mindset that they possess. Okay, when you understand that it's not necessarily a minority white thing, it's not a black and white thing, it's not a Chinese thing, it's not a Asian, it's the mentality that people possess in their minds, the thinking, the wrong thinking. Let's go around talking about who we got. FJB. FJB. I don't know what it means. Come on, you got to give me some more. You got to give me some more D meat, man. I don't know what the FJB. I can say whatever. Come on, Rob. Let's go, man. FJB. FJB what? What is that supposed to mean? Let's go, Ryan James. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. He's a block Robert Ingram. Okay, Robert. Robert, you gone, man. I got to get you out. Okay. You gone now. Sorry about that, Robert, but you come up with some crazy stuff, okay, Robert? Don't come on this show talking about FJB. I don't know what that means. Apparently, Murphy know what it means, and it is not pleasant. So, Robert, you did a bad thing, man. You come over here trying to cause trouble on this show. We got people out here that don't like that kind of stuff you putting down, so you gone. You will never come on the show again. Okay, Robert? Bye-bye. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Bye-bye. You go, man. Let's go. Ryan J, who we got? Baby, he said he's suffering from idiocy. Yeah, man. He ain't gonna suffer no more. He gonna suffer in silence by himself. He gone, man. Okay? You won't see Robert on the show no more, okay? Sorry about that, Robert, but you know, you did it to yourself, okay? Come on, some crazy talk, man. Please don't do that no more. No, y'all, if you come on the show, ladies and gentlemen, don't do things that nobody know but you. Don't come up here with no crazy stuff and try to say you're gonna say something crazy and get away with it. Because if I don't catch it, guess what? The Blue Inches will. There you go, man. Sorry, Robert, but you did it to yourself. But that's it, man. I just wanted to bring it to you. Today was a very historical day for us here on Life in the Philippines, Love Train Nation, BobbieD, One Nation of the Groove of Love, because first of all, we brought to you a solid live stream of President Biden's speech in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today, speech to the nation of America. It's a very good speech. He identified our enemy. And I'm not saying an enemy against democracy, let's put it like that. He identified a solid enemy, a threat against the democracy. And he outlined his agenda for fighting that enemy. It's not guns and not none of that. Please don't do that violent stuff. That's over with. That's so passe. Don't do that. It's about by the vote, your ballot, putting that vote in the box. That's how we're gonna fight. Y'all need, and for those of you that have not registered to vote, get your behind up right now. Go downtown as soon as you can. So tomorrow, whatever, get up and go downtown and register. Okay. And they're making it harder for us to vote now. I remember I told y'all that I vote. I'm a resident of the state of Georgia. Okay, that's my home state. I legally vote there. And so when I voted for the voting elections, I voted last time. They sent me my ballot, everything in the email like that. Now I see now you got to put in like 3-6 months in advance for all that stuff too. And you got to request them to send it to you. Okay. And then you got to get it back in a quick time. So they're doing everything they can to suppress voters of minority and otherwise, so that they can get the MAGA people in office. The people that have MAGA mentalities in various states are the governor of Texas, the governor of Arkansas, the governor of Mississippi, the governor of Florida. Okay. And I could go right on down the line. There's so many MAGA mentality people, governor of Georgia in office right now, and they're making it harder for minorities. Okay. Very, very harder. And so we have to rise to the occasion. Whatever rule they put that we got to vote by, you vote by 7 a.m. and you got to be, we're going to beat it. If they say we have to be in there by 6 a.m., we're going to be there at 5 a.m. Okay. I'm getting ready to put my request in now for my voting stuff to be sent to me way, way, way in advance, because I don't want no games. Okay. I want my vote to count. And you should too, my brothers and my sisters. Think I'm playing with y'all? This is real. This ain't no game out here. You think this a game? Keep on living. See if you don't be back in slavery days. Let these MAGA folks keep getting put in office. See what's gonna happen. You might be all right. You might escape it, but your children and your children's children won't. Do something, not just for you, but for your children and your children's children. Okay? That's it for now, guys. I want to bring that to you. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless and peace. We'll see you on the backside of tomorrow. And that's it. Peace.